Hey, before we start today's show, which from my understanding is...
Any minute now.
It's also the best show we've ever done. We hear that all the time. That was the best. How is every show the best show? Hey, check this out. Here's how. Because of you, the Randomosity community. That's how. You guys listening and supporting our show, you help us out. Go to Facebook at Randomosity with Shawn and Mark and support the show. And you can do the same on Twitter and YouTube and Instagram at randomositypod.com for all three.
And these podcasts have tons of antioxidants, and they're good for your skin.
And that's right. If you have any kind of medical problem at all, please visit one of these sites and become part of the Randomosity community. You won't regret it, and we appreciate your support. And now, on with the show.
What happens when two idiots give life advice? Explore unrealistic situations and give random topics more thought than they deserve? It's Randomosity with Shawn and Mark. Welcome to the precipice of a brand new year and another episode of Randomosity with Shawn and Mark. Well, we made it through the holidays, and more important, we can say goodbye to 2020. Welcome in. We have Would You Rather on the show today, and Shawn has a new segment, and I'm a little worried because he's being kind of secretive about it. And
I'll tell you about it right before we do it.
Well, you remember the last time you wouldn't tell me about an idea. And then you blamed me for it.
Yeah, but this time there's not 300 turkeys involved.
You know, I was down on Main Street this week, and I noticed there was still some feathers floating around down there.
Oh, my God. You know, I could basically make my own fan out of all the feathers I've pulled out of myself.
I bet you could.
I'm still... I don't know where they're coming from, Mark.
I don't either. So, the great turkey stampede of 2020.
We need a shirt to commemorate that. Anyway.
We do.
So again, you were saying on this show, we've got Would You Rather, My Little Secret coming up.
Yeah, so, Happy New Year to you.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Did you have your black-eyed peas?
Black-eyed peas and cabbage, yeah.
Yeah, I usually just go with shrimp and champagne.
Shrimp and champagne. That seems more like I know... I knew somebody that used to do crab legs on New Year's Eve, though, not on New Year's Day.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about New Year's Eve because I'm... Yeah.
And we always do corned beef and cabbage, too.
Well, yeah, I'm Irish, so that's just evergreen for me.
Yeah, because one day a year doesn't make
corned beef and cabbage is good any time of the year.
Oh, yeah.
And
we had it on New Year's Day.
Yeah, we put some potatoes and some carrots with it. But yeah, so had a good New Year's. I celebrated it, watched the ball drop, but it's been 2020. I didn't really. There's nobody you can't go out in big groups anymore.
No, that's true. I don't know how that's gonna all play. I just hope that next year, when we get to this part of the year, that we're able to do things again.
Oh my God, Mark! If all restrictions are lifted, next New Year's Eve, Times Square is going to be a zoo. It's a zoo anyway.
Right.
It's going to be a jungle zoo. Mm-hmm. That's worse than a regular zoo. That's a jungle. I don't know what a jungle zoo is, but it just sounds worse.
I'm sure I don't either.
It sounds bigger.
It does sound bigger. So I'm sure that's what's going to happen. I'm sure that we'll get through all this soon.
Oh yeah, it's got to be coming.
Hey, we also have That's a Good Question on the program.
All right.
Yeah. You can check us out on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. How's all that going?
It's going well. I've got.
I know that I'm taking care of Twitter and Facebook, but you usually you take care of the
Instagram and the YouTube. Yeah, it's going well. The YouTube is easier to me than the Instagram, but it's going along. Got pictures of the warning labels, the shirts that Sarah made us, the coffee mugs that we got. Mm-hmm. And I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do the logos. I might just put placeholders in there for now.
Okay.
Just where it says, tell us, I can just make a picture that says, tell us. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Tell us, what you would like to see in Would You Rather. Tell us, I'm just going to go ahead and do that, make placeholders.
Okay.
If I come up with logos for our subject.
I've been putting some of that stuff up on Facebook. And so, hop on there and give us ideas. And that way we can incorporate them in the program. You can be part of the show.
I wish Instagram was just that easy too, but you got to put a picture up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess I could put up a black screen and make the comment.
Yep.
That would just be wrong.
Oh, yeah, definitely would be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, remember, shows drop each and every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Your family-friendly dose of absolute nutter nonsense.
Nutter nonsense.
Nutter nonsense. Yep.
Okay.
You thought I made a mistake, but no.
No.
Playing off the word nut.
Mm-hmm.
Nutter nonsense.
Got you. Gotcha.
Look that up. Make sure. See if we can get that. Nutter nonsense.
Nutter nonsense. Copyright. Nutter nonsense.
Yeah.
That was our backup show name, I think. Nutter nonsense.
Nutter nonsense.
With Shawn and Mark.
It was hard to pronounce that though. So.
And
then Jim, we made the mistake of talking about the Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh God, yeah, Marty.
And Marty, spinning Marty. Let us know how many of you remember that show. I mean, I remember it from reruns because, of course, that was the old Mickey Mouse Club. But, let us know if you remember that. I'll have to look them up and see, what happened to them.
Nutter Nonsense, all I can find, it's somebody that actually that's their Facebook name.
Yeah, can we come up with a new candy bar?
Nutter
Nonsense.
What? That's just nonsense. It's Nutter Nonsense.
Oh, that would be great.
May contain peanuts.
It may. Or tree nuts.
Or tree nuts, or
whatever. Yeah.
Each one's different because it's nonsense.
It is nonsense.
It's got a different kind of nut in it.
Oh,
I dread when I get the coconut ones.
And they are a nut, I guess. So yeah.
I think they say the word nut in it. I don't know.
Yeah, true. Coming up, Would You Rather?
Would you rather?
So are they talking about like washing your hands or taking a shower?
No, rather with an R. R, rather.
Not lather. Okay.
No, not would you lather.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you are washing your hands, please lather.
Yes,
It's just,
definitely. So.
I mean, yeah. You're just getting them wet otherwise.
Oh gosh. So this is the segment. Would you rather?
I think each of us has 3 questions this week.
I need to go to the eye doctor.
Or something. Anyway.
Yeah, we have 3.
I know I got 3. You have 3.
Uh-huh.
So
who do you want to start?
Oh, why don't you go ahead and kick it off?
Okay. Would you rather vomit uncontrollably every time you heard the Happy Birthday song?
Okay.
Or feel like you're going to pass out every time you call a kid the wrong name?
I don't have any kids, so that's pretty
But
easy.
not necessarily any kid.
Oh. So if I just see some kid in my yard and I say, "Hey, Billy," even though I don't know his name.
You called him by the wrong name.
What if I just call him, "Hey, kid, get out of my yard"? I'm not that old
Well,
yet,
then,
but...
once again, you didn't call him by his name, so...
Oh, my God. So, hey, get out of my...
Hey, you...
God. But then, every time you're in a restaurant and it's somebody's birthday, because that's in public domain now, they don't have to worry about the copyright anymore, so they can just...
Right. So, I mean...
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Sir, you're going to have to leave. What if it's my birthday?
Yeah. Yeah, it's your birthday and you're gonna throw up.
Hey, happy birthday. Sir, you have to leave, but it's my birthday. You just threw up in the salad bar.
Yeah. I mean, this one's a tough one.
God,
I forget names all the time.
So you're going to be very, very lightheaded.
Probably.
But man, I don't like vomiting. I am one of those guys where if I know I'm going to vomit, I want it to happen, you get it done, but I can't stand it.
Right.
I know people that do everything they can not to vomit.
Mm-hmm.
No. Get it done. Get it done. It sucks. I know it's awful. Get it done.
Get it done.
Last time I threw up, busted an eye blood vessel. Ooh. Everybody thought I had pink. You remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah. I come in and Mark's like, dude, what happened to your eye? I'm like, I was sick over the weekend. I had a stomach bug. I threw up. No, I don't think that's so.
It.
Yeah. I was like, no, that was it. 2 days later.
Well, no, that's but
so 2 days later, that one little red speck had become the entire left side of my left eye. Mark's like, dude, that's not
normal.
Go. And so I went, and it was just a ruptured blood vessel.
I know you're not a normal guy, but
yeah. But
still.
Anyway, so we tell that story to say I would probably go with the pass out.
I think this is an easy
or
one.
It's not passing out. You're just feeling lightheaded? Is that what it is?
Right. You feel like you're going to pass out.
Okay, so I call them the wrong name, and then I have to sit down for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
As opposed to somebody sings happy birthday, and I rupture every blood vessel in my eyes.
Right. I wouldn't want to mess up people's parties and stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, I think this is a pretty simple answer. It's,
Yeah.
I would have to go with, I just feel lightheaded.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody should just have to wear name tags.
There you go. If you put name tags on everybody, indoctrinate them. Wait,
right.
what?
No.
This took a wrong turn already.
Wrong,
that escalated quickly. Okay, so we're in agreement on that one. Here's my first one.
Okay.
Would you rather be completely alone for 5 years? So no human contact. You're 5 years. You can be wherever you want, but it's going to look like the Walking Dead without the zombies at that point. Nobody's around. Or constantly be surrounded by people and never be alone for 5 years. So I take that to mean...
Does that include like when you're sleeping?
That's what I'm saying. I take that to mean you're asleep and there's just people in the room.
Are they sleeping?
Don't know. At some point, sure. I don't know if I don't know if they take shifts. And so, they're like standing sentry over you or something.
That reminded me the other night. I woke up in the middle of the night,
and there was somebody in your room looking at you.
Yeah, there was this huge guy looking down at me. He had a big beard, and I didn't know if it was like God or Odin or or Gandalf. Merlin.
Was this around near towards the end of December?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I think I know who that was.
Who?
Santa.
Oh, it could have been. It could have been. And I closed my eyes real quick, like that's going to protect me.
Right. Pull the covers over your head.
That's it, yeah. And then as long as you don't let your arm hang out over the,
or your foot hang down below, yeah.
Yeah. And there was this blinding light, and I opened my eyes, and he was gone. So, yeah, it could have been Santa. That's true. I hadn't thought about that one. I was hoping it was like Merlin or something.
Here's my question. Did you have more stuff here or less stuff here afterwards? That kind of makes a difference.
That might have made a difference.
God, there's part of me that says, I'd love to be completely alone for 5 years. But before quarantine, that might have been my answer because, I'm not agoraphobic by any means. But I also will say crowds of people can tick me off.
Well, yeah.
So there's times where I'm like when I'm stuck in traffic, God, I wish there was nobody else here.
Yeah.
I'm walking through the store and somebody's got their cart in the middle of the aisle while they're down at the other end of the aisle. Man, I wish this store was empty. Look what happened.
Yeah, I like my solitude, but I wouldn't want it for 5 years.
But I also wouldn't want to just be in human contact for...
Yeah, but the problem is, wives, girlfriends, kids.
Understood.
I mean, you can't, you don't get to see anybody for 5 years.
But Mark, you're going to take a number 2. There's a guy right there with you.
That's true. I'm going to have to put a stall up in the bathroom.
You put a stall... I mean, here's my question.
Well, they can still be they're still in the room with you, though.
Yeah, I guess. But man, that would just be awful. I mean... You're in the shower. There's
yeah, somebody's right there. That changes everything. Oh gosh, but then to be alone for 5 years.
I don't know that I could take being alone for 5 years. I think I'd have
for
to
a couple hours. Yes.
I think I'd have to put up with a buddy system in the bathroom, and as opposed to being.
So what you're saying is right now we're doing this podcast, and this room would be full of people, or is it?
Well,
no, here.
No. Just be it says surrounded by people, so yeah, surrounded. Oh. So I'd have my posse, you'd have your posse.
That's right, we'd have our own entourage.
Now that might be cool walking down. Of course, everybody else would have their own entourage. Well, no,
it
doesn't apply to us. It's just us. Yeah. God, I'm gonna be aggravated, but I'd rather be a little aggravated than just be lonely all the time. So I'm gonna have to go with. And if anything has taught me anything this quarantine, I'd have to go with I'd rather have the never be alone for 5 years.
Yeah, and even though I like my alone time,
Oh, I love my alone time
for writing or for putting the show together or for whatever thing, listen to music. Here's the thing: I would go with surrounded by people, and if I got annoyed with them, I just put my earbuds in and listen.
Yeah,
to
nothing
music.
says you have to interact with them.
Right. So I think I would go with that.
And I think if you're around them for 5 years, you're gonna make some relationships that you can just be like, look, I know you got to be here, but let's just ignore each other. I think you might be all right.
I think so.
God forbid that number 2 situation. I don't know.
See, that and the shower thing, that just kind of is.
Well, by the end of year 1, I think you're used to it. But
yeah.
Then what happens after the 5 years? Then you're so accustomed to it. It's like, would you be able to do it without somebody?
I don't know. I'm lonely.
Just imagine it. For 5 years, there's been somebody with you every step of the way. You've been in the bathroom. Somebody's been there with you. You go in there by yourself now. It's like, I don't think I can.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Hey, can you come in here? No.
You're in a public stall. I'm lonely. This is taking a way wrong turn.
Oh,
So why don't we just go to your next question,
All
Mark?
right. Would you rather have the ability to solve any mathematical equation in your head instantly?
All right.
Or would you rather be able to communicate in any existing language with perfect fluency?
I feel like I've been asked this, not on this show, but I feel like I've been asked this question before in a Would You Rather. I think, knowing my family, it was probably them that put this one out there. So I'm a math guy. I like math.
You're real good with pi.
That's with an E, Mark. Pi with an E.
Oh.
So since I'm by no means a mathematician.
But in this case, you could be.
Yeah, in this case, I could be. But what I'm saying is, since I'm already decent with math, I'd probably go the language route.
Yeah.
Just because
I will say that I haven't used any algebra during this program.
Right. Well, of course. I figured out a couple hypotenuses while I was. That's geometry. I know it's geometry.
Hippopotamuses? What?
No, that was the Christmas special.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, that wasn't the Christmas
it
special.
It was the high five, low five.
High five, low five, right before the Christmas special. Yeah.
Man, you would be like this genius if you could just solve any math equation.
Yeah, no,
I mean, you would get hired by somebody really fast.
But you can also get hired by somebody for being able to communicate with people from other countries.
And that's true. I mean, this is a
See,
tough
for me, it's I'd love to do either one, but since I'm kind of already, I'm not. Again, nobody's going to confuse me with a math professor or a mathematician. I'm not like, I'm not high end good at math, but for what I need, I'm pretty darn good at it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go language because of that. So it's something I don't already. I'm still trying. I almost feel like I'm bragging on something that I don't really.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the communication too, because I don't know the people that are surrounding me for those 5 years, and I might not be able to communicate with them.
Oh God, who do we get to choose the people at least? I wonder. That's my question, but you think I know?
Yeah.
All right.
I would go with the language as well.
All right. So now, on the next question I have, would you rather have to read aloud every word that you read, or sing everything you say out loud?
Oh my gosh. So for this podcast, that would be very interesting if we had to sing everything that we said.
Yeah, that would be.
Would you rather?
That's a good question.
Or, oh man. But depending on what you're reading, you may not want to read it out loud.
Right, exactly, yeah. The stock market is down today. Oh, that's singing out loud. So Read aloud everywhere.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
just
okay,
read
okay. I got
aloud.
that backwards. I got that.
Anything that you're reading it out loud.
Anything that you're reading.
Sometimes I do that though.
Yeah, I'll do it occasionally, you know, but yeah, or sing everything you say out loud, you know. Hey, you're in traffic. Hey, you stupid son of a! You cut me off. You cut me off. I flip you off. I flip you off.
Oh, boy. And you couldn't come up with a Randomosity song for Christmas. I don't know how that's even possible.
You cut me off. I flip you off. You cut me off. I flip you off.
Shawn Doyle appearing on Broadway.
In Traffic Jam.
In Traffic Jam, yeah.
The jam is the emphasis on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It just reminded me of like Cop Rock. Remember that show?
Cop Rock. Yeah. They try to
Slow
make it.
down. You move too fast.
I think that had literally one episode, did it? I know they probably filmed more, but I think it
I think it was out of it didn't last long.
No,
that's for
God,
sure.
no, yeah.
I would have to say read everything I read out loud.
Yeah, I'm thinking that gets you punched in the face less than singing everything you say out loud.
Yeah.
You know, I just realized that. I was just saying, you cut me off, I flip you off. That I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say you flip me, I flip you off.
Right. You're just making up stuff now.
I'm just, yeah.
But it was funny, so.
Yeah. So let's go. I'll also go with read every word out loud. How loud? Am I talking like, would you read it out loud? I don't know if I gotta read this out loud or not. Or is it? And 7 years ago.
Yeah. Oh man!
I just blew out everybody's ear.
Just think though. I mean, you get pulled over, and the officer, and you go, you know how fast you were going? I don't.
I was going 55.
You know, you're probably going to jail.
Yeah.
Probably. But then he hands you the ticket, and you're reading it. And
I want my lawyer. I'm not resisting.
Oh gosh, I think I would go with read everything out loud.
Yeah, I'm going with that.
Yeah. And then let's see. Would you rather never be able to use any pockets again?
Okay.
Or would you rather never be able to see yourself in a mirror again? No pockets, or you become a vampire. I don't know.
Oh my God. No pockets. Where am I holding my stuff?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Somebody told me that cargo shorts weren't a thing anymore.
I've got several pair.
I know. I mean, I was scared they were going to do away with cargo pants.
Nah, they'll never get away with those. Okay. You know what? I've got my answer, and it's actually fairly easy.
Is it?
Because the way you wrote, I don't know if you wrote that but the way it's written, it doesn't say anything about photographs. So,
No.
if I have to see what I look like, I've got an iPhone.
Oh, that's true.
So I'm going to keep my pockets, and I'm going to use an iPhone.
Oh, okay.
And
well,
I'm going to keep that iPhone right in my pocket.
Yeah. That's good, yeah, because, I mean, I'm constantly putting stuff, you know. And how would you, I mean, what would you do with your wallet and stuff at that point?
Shudder to think.
So I think you're right. I think it is pretty easy, and especially when you bring that up, that you could take a picture of yourself, because that's not a mirror per se.
It's not a mirror.
Yeah.
It's not a reflection. You may not see yourself
Now,
in your screen.
I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna freak some people out though. You know, you're in the restroom, and the guy's washing his hands, and the stall door opens.
And he's still looking in the mirror. So.
And there's nothing. Yeah, and there's nothing there. Then he turns around and sees you. Then he's gonna think you're a vampire.
Buddy, you ain't sucking my blood.
Oh man.
No, dude. I'm gonna wash my hands.
Yeah. Oh, that is something.
All right. So then.
So this new segment.
Well, you. I've got one. I thought you had.
Oh yeah. Do you have one more?
Yeah, I thought you had three.
Oh yeah, no, I did. Yeah, I read all of them. Yeah.
Oh, you just did the mirror one. That's right.
Yeah.
So I got one more.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So would you rather have skin that changes color based on your emotions, or
gosh.
tattoos appear all over your body depicting what you did yesterday. Now, in reading this, what I'm taking into effect here is that you're a blank canvas overnight, and they change. The tattoos change. That's how I'm reading
Depending
that.
on what you did.
Yeah, because otherwise you're going to run out of space real fast.
Wow.
Man, I already don't have a poker face.
So, yeah.
So my emotions are pretty evident anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you become sort of a mood ring, I guess.
Yeah, a mood ring, yeah, basically. Or everything you did comes out in a tattoo. So if you did some things you're ashamed of.
Yeah, you don't want that showing up all of a sudden. Ooh, I'm thinking that I would go with the changing colors.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather, if somebody sees that I'm jealous that my skin is green rather than I ran over a squirrel shows up on my arm.
That's right. And then if they continue to do whatever, then it's their own fault because, it was, very, very obvious that something was going wrong.
Yeah. The social cues are not necessary at that point. It's
right.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of the tattoos that I'd end up with. Because, does I pooped today show up?
Yeah, no kidding.
So
is it writing or is it like a picture of you on the toilet?
iPhone in hand.
Oh, jeez. That's kind of scary.
Somebody goes, I notice you don't have any tattoos of yourself brushing your teeth today.
Yeah. So you take a shower too, and
could you imagine the married guy that cheats on his wife?
See, yeah, that would be bad. That would be bad.
Oh, honey, what'd you do? Yes. What is that on your arm, you son of a? I swear she means nothing to me.
Yeah. And I wouldn't worry about any of that. I mean, just little stuff. Oh, I see you went to Burger King today.
You're supposed to be on a diet.
Yeah, and that would be more my fear than anything else. But yeah.
But God, could you imagine that guy? You could never be a criminal with that.
You couldn't.
What's your evidence?
But at least it's going to disappear. So if they don't get a picture of it, then there is no evidence, and you're free and clear.
We suspect Bill of doing that thing from yesterday. He's on parole. Bring him in. What does his arm say? His arm says robbed a bank.
Yep, quick, grab the camera.
So and does it at midnight? Does it change?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess when you go to sleep, then it goes away, and then just whatever it just starts appearing on you as you wake up in the morning.
That's what I mean. At what point does it become yesterday?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess when you're sleeping because.
And what if you're does sleep reset it, or does the 24-hour clock reset it?
And you'd always have the tattoo of you sleeping again.
Yeah, that's just evergreen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, does the worst thing you did show up as the biggest tattoo, or the best thing you did show up as the biggest tattoo? The most impactful thing you did, the biggest tattoo? Or just the thing you spent the longest doing? So sleep is like your back.
Yeah. And nobody sees it because you got a shirt on.
Yeah.
But all the bad stuff shows up on your arms, your face.
Oh, my God. I think I've just got a story idea.
Oh, do you now? That sounds...
I don't know. That'd be a short story. Oh, my God. All the authors. They'd be given spoilers for their books.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I don't know, though. When you come up with several different ideas, so that may be okay because there may be an idea there that you're not even going to use. Wow.
All right, so that is Would You Rather?
Yeah, we've got this new segment coming up that you come up with.
Yeah, I hand you the sheet with it right over there.
Yeah, I see that, and I don't know if I want to read what it is here.
What's wrong with it?
It says, and I'm not going to say the first word, but it says twisters.
Right. It's title twisters.
Oh, title twisters. You got to work on your handwriting.
You're a sick man, Mark.
I've got to go to the eye doctor.
Coming up next, new segment, title twisters. Now it's time for title. Can we go again? Now it's time for title twist. One more time. And now it's time for title twisters. Yeah, Mark. Title twisters.
Okay, yeah, I got it now. I understand what you're saying. So is this like your car title or house title or what?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
So what this is I take 2 movies, combine their titles together, and then I read a description that would be the conglomerated movie plot. So let's say I were to say George Bailey jumps off a bridge and into a boat with a tiger. You would what would the answer be?
Well, let's see.
This isn't one of them, but I can...
the George Bailey thing would be It's a Wonderful Life.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the tiger movie. Was it Life?
Life of Pi.
Life of Pi.
So that would be
It's a Wonderful Life of Pi.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Okay.
So you got it.
Okay.
So
I'm not very good at these things, so
well that
bear with me.
Okay. So we'll see how this goes, and again, let us know at the end of this how you feel we did on Randomositypod on Twitter and on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one. After taking on superpowered aliens, Kal-El visits Louisiana to see Dolly Parton and Julia Roberts.
Okay. God. Okay, I've got the 2 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Superman, Man of Steel, Magnolias.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I for a moment thought you weren't going to get the Man of Steel part.
I was trying to put it together. I got the Superman right off the bat, but it was like...
Well, Kal-El. I mean, I knew.
But it was like...
See, some of these are going to make it easy, and then, yeah. Okay. A group of space rebels fights back an empire, then tries to help Sandra Bullock start her life over again.
Okay. So, I can't think of the Sandra Bullock movie. I would think it's Empire Strikes Back.
No, you've got the wrong.
Okay.
You're in. So think about this.
New Hope Floats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope Floats.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I had to get a Star Wars one in there,
You did.
and I was gonna go with Empire Strikes Back draft, but then
I can see the audience out there now going, come on,
Jim.
Yeah.
Jim's like, you son of a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually going to do the Empire Strikes Back draft, but I thought somebody burnt fire, and then you got Vader. That might be too soon.
Oh yeah, true.
All right, a mother and daughter switch places before the big high school football game.
Oh gosh. Freaky Friday Night Lights.
Yes. These next 2 are my personal favorites out of this.
Okay.
A jury argues over the fate of intergalactic visitors.
A jury. Man, these. Jeez. Okay. I think I've got it.
Okay.
Just trying to put it together. 12 Angry Men in Black.
Yes.
That was tough.
This one's going to be...
Because that's an older movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one might be tough, but I love how I wrote this clue out.
Okay.
Heath Ledger wants to watch the world burn while wearing a suit of armor.
Okay,
I don't know if you know the second movie.
I think I know that. Okay. Batman. Hang on. The Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm. I had to use a little creative license on this one. So
Dark Knight. What was it? Knight's Tale.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dark Knight's Tale.
Okay, Dark Knight's Tale.
All right.
I like this. This is interesting.
And
now that this is not a secret anymore, I'm going to get involved in this too. So.
Oh yeah, and the way I picture this goes into TV shows and songs too.
Well, yeah,
so
because you did Friday Night Lights.
Well, yeah, but Friday Night Lights was a movie first too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So what I mean is, you could do this with songs. You can anything that has a title.
Oh, this will be cool. Yeah. This
Yeah,
will be
but
really neat.
then you got to come up with a subject for the song.
Right. And it has to kind of mesh together. Yeah.
Okay, so Robert De Niro tries his hand at boxing, then joins a minor league baseball team.
Raging Bull Durham.
This one cracked me up a little bit. 4 kids on an adventure encounter leeches, bullies, and a Rhode Island cop with multiple personalities.
Okay. Oh man, I am blanking on the name of that movie. Gosh.
This is one I thought would actually trip you up. So if you miss this one, if you get this one, I'll be amazed.
The problem is I can't remember the first. I can't think of the name of the first movie, and that's what I need.
Do you know the actors that are in it?
Yeah, Will Wheaton.
Yeah, okay. I already know you got the right movie.
Yeah, and I really can't.
Well, what's the second movie?
Is that Me, Myself, and Irene?
Mm-hmm. So you got the last word of the title of the first movie.
Oh, Stand By Me,
Myself, and Irene. Yeah. Okay, I know I keep saying these are my favorite, but I really like.
I know they're all your favorite.
They're all my favorite. I love them all equally.
Yeah, just like this is the best show.
Yeah. The President of the United States takes his plane to help break Jack Nicholson from an asylum.
Air Force One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Yes. Okay, you're going to get this one easily, but I had to put it in there. Buttercup leaves Wesley to marry a large lumbering monster of a man.
Okay. Princess Bride of Frankenstein.
Yes.
And Jim would get a kick out of that one.
All right, I've got 2 more. 2 more left.
Okay.
We went through this a lot faster than I thought we would. I should have come up with more, but...
I think we're good. I think it's going to work out just fine.
Okay. Fred Astaire dances with an umbrella, then watches the People's Court.
Okay. I'm going to correct you on something.
Okay.
All right. You're talking about Singing in the Rain, and that's not Fred Astaire.
Oh, that's not
Gene
right.
Kelly.
It's Gene Kelly, sorry.
Okay. All right. So, Singing in the Rain Man.
Yes. So Gene Kelly dances with an umbrella.
Yeah.
And then the last
Sorry,
one...
I'm the guy that
you're
loves
fine.
old movies. So.
You're fine. I don't know why I thought it was Fred Astaire. So then the last one, I don't know if you know the first movie. We have talked about it.
Okay.
But
all right.
I don't know if you'll remember it. John Travolta and The Rock learn that nobody can eat 50 eggs. So I know you know what the last movie is, but... Okay,
man,
I know you have the last movie.
I don't have the last movie.
Oh, really?
No, I don't.
I thought that would be a softball to you.
Eggs. Staying Alive After I'm Dead. No, I don't know. Oh, shoot.
See, I thought the second,
I was on a roll.
I thought you almost had the clean sweep. I thought the second movie in this was going to be the easy part for you.
50,
I knew the first movie you'd have problems with, but
See,
I didn't say raw eggs. I just said 50 eggs.
Yeah.
They learned that nobody can eat 50 eggs. Does that quote sound familiar, Mark?
I can't remember it.
Wow, I would have sworn you saw this movie.
I may have, but now I don't remember. I mean, that happens with age.
Okay. Well, yeah, you are old.
Go ahead.
All right.
Give it to me.
Be Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke. Oh, yeah.
Be Cool is the John Travolta and The Rock movie. We talked about it. It was on my low 5 of gangster movies.
Yeah.
So that's the ones I had for
problem
this.
is we have a failure to communicate.
See, and I thought that would have been too easy.
That would have been too easy. I would have got that part.
Right. That would have been. That's the only reason I didn't use that.
What was the first one again?
Be Cool.
Be Cool. Okay. Yeah. We just talked about that. You talked about that movie.
But I figured you hadn't seen that movie, and most people haven't. And
that was the sequel to Get Shorty.
Yes,
it? Yeah.
Get Shorty is awesome. Be Cool is.
Oh, this was fun. I like this one.
Yeah, and like I said, I think this can be transposed into song titles and TV show titles, and maybe even book titles. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Could you imagine book titles?
Man, that would be interesting.
Oh man. I'm just trying to think of titles now that would work for books.
Oh well,
The only
young lady
Mm-hmm.
Survives civil war
Okay.
and drives with Mr. Toad.
Drives with Mr. Toad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you went Disney with that. Oh god, I'm gonna hate myself for not knowing this. Gone with the Wind's all that's popping into my head.
Gone with the Wind and the Willows.
Wind in the Willows.
So yes, you can do it there.
Oh, you can do it with anything that has a title.
That's
I'm looking
cool.
at Mark's shelf now, trying to
come up with something.
trying to go with
Yeah, you'd have to know what the books were about, though,
yeah.
to actually give the clue.
Oh yeah, I'd just be coming up with titles. See, what I did first was I came up with the titles, and then I went back and wrote the clues.
Right.
Because So
So a good segment.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the listeners could send us in stuff
Oh,
too.
absolutely.
Unfortunately, we'd know the answer, so I don't know how we would do that.
yeah, there's they don't have a way to just send us secretly ones.
Right.
You know, that's something that we could post on them, and then they just get to join in on the fun.
Yeah.
We can just post it and say, hey, this is a movie title, da-da-da-da.
Well, we can do that every once in a while and throw that out there.
Yeah, maybe create a list of 5.
Yeah.
I don't. It couldn't work on Twitter because isn't there a character limit on Twitter?
Yeah.
So we'd have to do it on Facebook.
I don't know that we could. Yeah, we'd have to do it on Facebook.
Okay. So that's the new segment, Title Twisters.
Yeah, got it.
Coming up next, that's a good question.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
All right, we're back with That Is a Good Question. I just decided to uncontract it there for some reason. That's a good question.
That is a good question, yeah.
All right, so this is where Mark asks a question, and we talk it through, we come up with a good answer to that question.
Right. So just let's start it out.
All right.
All right. If someone calls you by the wrong name on more than one occasion,
Okay.
what is the time limit to correct that person before you just start going by that name?
Okay, time limit being amount of days, I'm guessing, not just...
Right. I mean,
They call
how many times? So,
Okay, well, so it depends on who the person is. If it's...
Come on, Spin.
All right, Marty. Spin and Marty. It's Randomosity with Spin and Marty. That's going to happen. You know that's going to happen on our
funny.
April Fool's show or something.
Yeah.
So our April Fool's show is just going to be like a muted hour-long episode. be the most ratings we ever get. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I'm the kind of guy that would correct them right away, though, at first. Now, I guess you're talking about somebody...
But what if they continue to do it?
Then they're just being an a-hole.
Yeah.
But, okay, so they continue to do it.
Another reason to have name tags.
Right, there. Indoctrination right there. So...
Here you go with that again.
I don't know. So, yeah, I would... So... Are they unable to remember my name, or are they just being a jerk?
That could be.
That's the question. So
they might get lightheaded. I don't know.
Oh, I'm not a kid, so. Yeah. So if I would tell them first, hey, sorry, I'm not Bill, I'm Shawn.
Right.
And then, I'm sorry, and maybe they're just not good with names. I'm not good with names. And if they don't see me for a while, then so. I think it depends on how often they see you and how often they're referring to you by name.
But how many times before you just become that? Because it's like...
Well, and that's the problem, though. If I don't see this guy for 3 months...
Mm-hmm. And he calls you,
He calls me Sven or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know why it'd be Sven. But
I don't know, but, yeah.
So if he calls me Sven, I mean, I could correct him. No, I know it's been a while, but it's Shawn.
But he's never going to get it. I mean,
he's
that's
never
the thing.
Gonna
so
get it.
How many times before you just become that person or become that name?
And see, well, with that, if it's somebody I don't see for like 3 months, I'm probably just after 2 times, be like, all right, I'm Sven. I don't care.
Right.
If it's
that's
somebody,
exactly
if it's somebody I'm dealing with on a regular basis, though, dude, you should know my name by now.
Right.
So I don't know that I'm ever going to have that time frame depending in that situation. So if we're gonna put an average on it, so the guy that's 3 months versus the guy I talk to every day. So the guy I talk to every day, I'm never gonna not remind him what my name is. I say that, and I'd probably one day be like, all right, dude, whatever.
Right.
So let's put it at. So you have a time frame instead of number of times.
Well, number of times.
Number of times.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd say for people that you don't interact with a lot, 2 times. And
2,
then,
really? I would at least go 3. 3 is a magic number.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that's not where you were going, but
I was actually going there. So.
Oh, really? Okay. So then, if it's somebody I work with every day, it's gonna be a fight. I mean, not a fist fight, but probably a time frame of at least a month.
What if you start calling them by the wrong name?
Oh, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you call me by the wrong, but see, then at some point that just becomes nicknames. It becomes a bit between the two of you.
That is what would happen.
And then, because like my brother-in-law, he answers to Charlie at work because he used to answer to Charlie at work. His dad used to own the company, and his dad had the same name, so he would go by Charlie. And I don't think his middle name is Charles. I'll have to double check with him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they both have the first name John, so he was Charlie, and his dad was John.
Yeah. Well, I remember being called Mike a lot.
Well, yeah, I can see that, and I actually
and I said hi, and this is the bad part, It's like hi, I'm Mark, and they go, okay, hey, Mike, I just told you my name.
Yeah. See, what I'm more likely to encounter is misspelling of my name.
Yeah, I can see that with you.
I'm getting a lot of seen,
and
I guess that's the preferred spelling, but I'm SHAWN. Seen is obviously more common because I see that all the time. What gets me is people that I've emailed over and over and over again, and my signature has the name spelled correctly. You get the email, it says from, and it's got my name on there,
right,
spelled correctly. Seen. I would like to.
Right, and we were just talking about this last night at dinner, and yeah, with emails, it's right there.
Yeah, they just type
There's
in
no reason that you should misspell it.
Now, I can get it if you're doing voice to text and you're not checking it before you send it. It's like, okay, you said Shawn.
That would make sense.
Okay. But when it's coming from like Outlook, it shouldn't be misspelled. I mean,
no, I don't.
It can be misspelled in a way where you fat fingered a button.
Okay.
But if it's, so if I was in there as I don't know, SJAWN, I'd be like, all right, they just hit the letter next to H. No big deal.
Yeah, fat fingers, yeah.
But if they seen me, it's just like, dude, come on. Come on.
And would there be certain names that would be worse than others? So, I mean, because you keep talking about seen. Mm-hmm. So, is that more of a trigger point than if they called you, Bob?
Well, I mean,
at least with that, it's closer to your name than Bob is.
Yeah. Well, it technically still kind of is my name, but man, when somebody calls me Bob, and just if it's somebody I don't see on the reg, if they're being a jerk, it might bother me.
Yeah, to me though, it would make more sense as I'm not sure what his name is. I think I know, but I'm not sure. And I go, hey, buddy, how you doing?
Yeah. That's what I fall into.
That would make more sense to me than actually. And I know we've gotten off the thing, but and I still think 3 is the magic number.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2 as far as somebody that I don't have contact. If it's somebody that I have contact with, I'm going a month.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I told you what my name is, and then
at
some point she's like, all right, I give up. I'm Sven.
You're Sven.
And you're Hans.
Hans and Franz.
And we want to pump
you up.
Yeah, we do timely references here.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so what is your next question, sir?
All right. So if you were a contestant on Jeopardy, and I understand Alex Trebek passed away here recently, and but we'll go ahead and ask this question. what 30-second story would you have wanted Alex Trebek to tell? So, at the beginning of the show, they introduce people and they tell these, 30-second stories. And they're usually like, Bob's a chicken farmer from,
So Bob tells, yeah.
And there's some like cute little story there,
So what 30-second?
And this is tough. I mean,
So he's got to distill my life down into 30 seconds of interesting tidbits.
Sure.
I don't know that I've had 30 seconds of interest in my life to begin with. No. Worked in radio for 9 months. Do a podcast. Randomosity. Well, definitely got to have him pimp the podcast, right?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So here's Shawn. And he's here's Bob. As you go with our other question. Alex gets to call me whatever he wants. I guess not now.
Not now, but
or Alec, I should say. Or Alex, yeah.
Alex.
So, let's see. So, yeah, I have podcasts, Randomosity, And before that, you worked in the radio business? Yeah, for 9 months of radio. I don't know what else to tell him that anybody would, besides me, would care about, or besides friends and family would care about.
Right.
I'd have to think about that one. What would you give him?
The podcast, of course, and then I think maybe about writing. He's always written, 5 books, and and then he'd probably ask a question about it, and then cut me off because they're on a time constraint.
Right.
But I think that's the way I would go with that one.
So let's see. So I was in radio for 9 months. I do a podcast currently. I've also Photoshop, the Adobe stuff.
Well, I'm trying to think of things that you'd like to have some great thing, And last weekend, Mark went and stole the Declaration of Independence because there was a map on the back of it to a hidden treasure. Oh,
Mark,
no,
that was Nicolas Cage, Mark.
Oh, okay.
So,
but it would be a great 30-second story.
Yeah. Well, Alex Trebek, you've never been in my kitchen.
That's right.
So. Yes, Cheers reference for the win.
Right.
Well,
and Shawn, I understand you sing everything that you say.
What is the Spanish Inquisition for 500, Alex? Well, Shawn, nobody expected the Spanish Inquisition. I'm sorry. Nobody does expect the Spanish Inquisition, by the way.
No, they don't.
So, we talk about the ability to so I could bring up my ability to pretty much have any movie quote or song lyric stuck in my head.
That's true.
That I could bring up.
That would be a good
That'd be one of those silly things that doesn't really impress anybody.
And that's really what they do, though. I mean, it's more that kind of thing,
So 30 seconds. I have a podcast with my buddy, and we do that every week. We try to make people laugh with that. I've got some radio experience that helps lead into the podcast. Also, I have the innate ability to remember darn near every movie quote I've ever heard and every song lyric I've ever had.
Yeah. I mean, that's perfect. Yeah.
And then he would probably ask me to do a movie quote, and halfway through it, okay, now we're going to move on.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. We'll do that.
Yeah.
So you've got the author, I've got the useless crap taking up my brain. So there we go. That's the perfect. We got Mark Decker. He's a podcaster, radio personality, and an author.
Right.
And now here we have Shawn. He's been in radio. He also does the podcast. And he knows random words in certain orders.
It is funny. Shawn does, that useless information, movie quotes and all that stuff. If you could only harness your power for good.
Well, I'm not harnessing it for evil, really. I'm just harnessing it for me.
Yeah. I think it would be an interesting. I know we did movie quotes at one time. But we're gonna have to revisit that too. Time. There's so many great ones out there, and I think we were doing it off the cuff.
Yeah. Well, I bet you I could probably do not obsolete quotes, but obscure quotes.
Obscure quotes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
well, Shawn, in 30 seconds, everything you know about Jeopardy.
I can't. All the stuff I want to say, I can't say it on this podcast though, Mark. It's the Sean Connery stuff.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
And I do know from Family Guy that if you can make him say his name backwards, that's the only way to get Alex Trebek into his own dimension.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh boy. And who's the guy now that's hosting?
I don't know if he's hosting it because they're still running the Alex Trebek ones, but Ken Jennings is who I've heard
Is going to take over.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
if
the guy that won.
That's the guy that won. Yeah,
like the super winner.
Mm-hmm. Now I don't know if that's true or not. That may just be a rumor, but that is what I heard.
Oh, okay. Well, that's that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, we have a question that came in from a listener. Ryan from Twitter has a question. He says, "My girlfriend gets so excited to give people presents. She always gives them early.
Okay.
Okay. I get frustrated because I love waiting until the special occasion. What should I do?"
How early are we talking? That's what I'd want to know. I know you don't have that answer, but like if she's giving them in Thanksgiving, that's a problem. If she's giving them in July, it's like, why? She's not giving them in July, I'm pretty certain. Right. What I'm imagining is she's probably doing it like first weekend of December, second weekend of December, instead of waiting for the 20th. Obviously, she's not waiting for the 25th. So,
right.
I mean, I'm
the kind of guy that likes to wait to get them.
So now, is he mad about her giving stuff to other people early, or just his stuff early?
I think everybody. I mean, well, he says himself, I guess, because he says because he loves waiting until that special occasion.
So now, what she should do is, if he wants his on Christmas Day, just wait until Christmas Day.
Right.
Everybody else, if he's getting mad about her giving her mom and dad presents early, or even this guy's parents presents early, this dude's got. I'm sorry. What's his name again?
Ryan.
Ryan, I'm sorry, but if you're getting mad at her giving other people presents early, that's on you, my friend.
Yeah, it's almost like life advice here.
Yeah. This is almost a problem solver here. But yeah, I wouldn't get too upset over her giving other people presents early. Now, if it's just you, yeah, you should be allowed to get that whenever you want. And I would say if she gives it to you, be like, okay. I don't open these until Christmas, so I will put it under the tree.
I think that's what he's saying.
That's what I'm thinking he's saying, but I'm just covering all the bases, you know.
I mean, would you rather get them early or?
I would rather get them on the day, but sometimes situations, I'm not gonna. If I get them, like somebody mails them to me, because they're not gonna be in town, I'm not gonna get upset over that. I'd rather get them on Christmas Day because otherwise, there's been years where we've celebrated Christmas early. People having to go out of town, people having to come in town, people having to go see other family.
Right.
And, well, I understand that, and I dealt with it, and it's not really a big deal at all. It makes Christmas Day feel not as fun because.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the funny part is, it's not any. It's basically you just move Christmas Day up one, but for some reason, the 25th. Then feels because everything else is Christmassy that day, but it's been Christmassy for a while, so it's really I guess in my own dome that the problem is there.
Right.
I turned this from his problem into my problem suddenly.
And like we exchange presents early because because we're not going to see each other through the holidays.
Yeah, we're not going to see each other right on Christmas Day, so we kind of have to.
Right. It's a little different there. I mean,
and that's what I'm saying.
I'm the kind of guy that would maybe she should buy two presents, and if you want to open early, then have another one that's there, because to me I hate when people go, oh, do you want a hint?
No, I don't want a hint.
No, I don't want a hint. I want to be surprised. I want to open it and go. My wife did this to me because through the Christmas season, since we're just out of it,
right?
And she goes, we got a lot of packages coming from like Amazon and stuff. Don't look at them.
They're delivering them.
That's
I can't.
Fine, they're in a big box. I'm not gonna
because they're coming in.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna look and see what it is. I mean, if a car pulls into the driveway with a bow on it, that might be a different story. But
oh my God, you just remind me of that horrible Christmas commercial that I hate, and I think everybody else hates it too. It's whatever car commercial. This couple, they live in a big house, just bigger than anybody that we know would live in. Just the guy's making obviously. 7 digits.
Right.
And, I got each of us one. It's like a watch that he got her, or she got him. I got us each one. Oh, I love it. And he goes, come outside. I got us each one. It's a car. And she goes, I love it. Well, but that one's, no, I love it. I read's good. It's like, okay, he's got the money to buy 2 cars. He's got that house. I hate him.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
Okay, has he worked to get where he's at? I mean, they just rented a house and rented 2 cars, but it's just like that's not getting me to buy that car. Then again, I'm not their target. So, but you're talking about the Christmas presents. Here's how my mom hid my Christmas presents. And this is actually genius of her.
Okay.
And it's gonna make me look bad too. But she knew to hide them in my closet.
Because you would never go in there?
Well, no, because I was.
Did your mom lay your clothes out for you?
No, it was. See, ever since I was about maybe 10, I'd have to get this corrected for you because I don't know that I have the age right. But both my parents worked, so
right.
I didn't have to do my own laundry, but Mom said you're doing your own laundry. So, and my sister's same way. So we learned how to do our laundry early. Well, I just did the clothes, put them in the dryer, put them in the basket, and the basket stayed.
Oh, God.
I was a kid. I didn't know any better.
Oh, boy.
I'd fold some stuff, put it in a drawer, but yeah, I didn't. It'd just stay in there, and I'd pick it out, and so the closet. I had T-shirts and shorts as most of what I wore.
Sure.
Except for like my school uniform, so that was in drawers anyway. So the dress clothes that were in there, I very rarely went in there.
Oh.
So that's where the Christmas presents went.
Boy.
Now, why she couldn't think to put them in her closet? Because we're not supposed to snoop in their closet. We did, but we did because we were kids and
that's funny.
We're dumb. But yeah, she hid them in my closet.
Gosh. Oh my.
Hey, I've been an idiot for a while.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
All right. You got one more for us there, or is that?
No, that was it.
That was it.
That was
okay.
it, yeah.
So that's a good question. All right. So that's going to bring this show to an end.
Right.
We've got,
once again, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Everybody.
Yeah. First show of the new year in the books.
That's right. And next week, we're not really sure exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, it's been the holidays. We've haven't really planned it out. We'll have it in stone before we get there.
Right.
We're not.
So
just
we can't give you a preview because we don't know yet. I mean,
hey, Mark, what if for the new year, for our second show of the year, we just wing it? We just come in. Hey, this is our show. We don't know what we're doing.
We could try that and see.
I don't think that would work so well.
I mean, it wouldn't be broken up into segments. Then
no, it'd be one long train of consciousness there.
Yeah,
that might be bad.
Yeah. But I mean, we're coming out of. I mean, we're just a couple days ago. It was New Year's Day, and so we really haven't had a chance to really plan. So maybe after the show, we'll figure it all out.
Yeah, we'll get it all sussed out.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Well, so that's going to do it for this show. Until next week, have a great week.
Later.
Thanks for listening. We appreciate you listening to Us Idiots again this week. Tell your friends and family about the podcast, and to see what other nonsense we're up to, check us out on Facebook at Randomosity with Shawn and Mark. You can also catch us on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Randomositypod. And remember, we're idiots. What do we know?